Okay, here we go. So like I said, we're gonna do our stand-ups and then go ahead and dive into Python, installing it because we're starting it next week. Tomorrow we are presenting our projects, so we're gonna do another check today at 2 to make sure we're on track. So let's go ahead and get started here with our presentations. So I'll go down the list here of people, and then we'll share our screen, talk about our goals and what we need to do to wrap this up by tomorrow. So let's go through the order that I see here on my screen. Tina.
Honestly, I've been helping Mike with this.
Yeah.
I am still figuring out the server thing that I was asking you about with my project. I might just do the API key on the front end and just not push it. I'm trying to get a workaround on that.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay. I won't bug you about that. So keep it up. I guess you're pretty much already done. You've been done for a while, so
Yeah.
no
I
stress.
might just present one of my other projects if it doesn't work.
Okay, cool. Justin, let me fill you in on what we're doing here. We are building a wireframe and also checking in every day on a process called Agile, where we plan the steps for how we're going to build our project. And so what we'll do today is we'll build a wireframe with you, or I'll show you how to build a wireframe so that you can put a portfolio project together or some other project that you're interested in. And so we'll see here as everyone presents their projects how we are marking our progress, seeing how we need to make any changes to our goals or possible solutions or suggestions for how to reach those goals. Okay, so we'll discuss more after this meeting here. And Spencer, would you go ahead and share your progress, please? Oh, he's having a sneeze. We'll move on. Evan?
All right. So I'm just working on adding in stuff and then making it responsive at the same time, just so that it's, I don't know, just seemed like the way to do it to me. So yeah, I changed my header just to be a little more presentable in general for companies. What do you think of this? Like looking wise, does this look like ugly with the large here? And then like what, like literally, you're not gonna hurt my feelings. What do you think of that?
That's an awesome looking page from where I'm sitting.
Yeah, it looks good.
Are you sure it doesn't look like bad with all the different size fonts here?
No, the bold looks good.
Okay, good. Yeah, I wanted obviously my name and my job title to stand out or whatever you know. Yeah.
The only
okay,
thing
good.
I would check, Evan, is
Yeah.
the contrast between the font
Yes.
and the font behind it. Plus, it's a thin font, so maybe just a little brighter or something. Yeah.
I
I'm not
hear
saying
that.
it looks
I was thinking
bad.
about that too, because like for the colorblind, this probably is difficult to look at. So all right, awesome. Thank you,
Is
Josh.
your italics readable? It might just be my screen.
Yeah, it's just really tiny. Oh, I also have it in responsive view. I gotta click at it. It's a little better if you get this out of the way.
Yeah, there you go. That line down there
was tinier, and I can make this bigger, but again, I didn't want to be like, it's an important thing to me, but I don't want to be shoving it on others like that. I don't want to be all personal, but that's kind of my reason with that. But anyway, we'll move on from there. Move on. Yep, I'm adding in my projects, and I made a tooltip, like a customized one, just to fit the theme with like a see-through black. And then I've got the website and the repo for each project, and I have a WebM in here. I think from what I understand, WebMs load faster than MP4s. So I went with that. I might make this into a GIF though if it slows down the page too much.
You
Okay.
made a Pac-Man?
Yeah, we made yeah. Oh, let me die. It plays music, but I have to like fix it.
That's so cute.
That's awesome, dude.
Obviously, it's not like really a Pac-Man. I just have it like where the music starts and then you die.
Oh, I thought you made like it playable.
It's somewhat playable. I'm not done with it yet. I need to work on more projects to put here. My whole focus this week has been this portfolio, and I'm not done yet. So I'm
You're
I'm
good.
kind of concerned about
It
that.
looks really good.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And then I still have to do the education and all that stuff. I think maybe I showed you yesterday that it's like fully responsive pretty much. So that's good. I don't know. I'm pretty happy with it so far. But
Dude, your front end skills are on point, man.
really,
And your design, like your design work and like your eye for like the layout and colors and everything, dude. You definitely are gonna make some awesome stuff for sure.
I appreciate that. Thank you, Joe. I don't know. That's I'm thinking that's where I'm gonna be going into because I clearly care about it a lot. So thank you.
Nice. Yeah. The background color, it's like in space, so it's like,
Yeah, and I don't want to. Can I show you one more thing? I'm really sorry. I don't want to go too long. If you notice, look at the background. Just stare at it for a sec.
Yeah, I was seeing that at the moves. I was looking at that. I
It
love that. I
spins,
love
dude.
that
I was like,
thing.
whoa.
Yeah, I was gonna say something
Alright.
about that.
Okay, I'm done now.
Evan
That was a
in
great job,
heaven.
Evan. You did a great job, dude.
Thank you.
Josh, if you make me go after that, I will never forgive you.
Oh, come
Yes. You
You
have to do that by tomorrow. Spencer, we skipped you.
Thank you. I had a little episode there when you first called my name.
It's okay.
So my main goals yesterday were to figure out the carousel, which with Evan's help,
Ooh, look at that shadow.
yeah, I added some shadow to the images. They're on an auto rotation through mini photo albums for each section. I think it's a second delay, and it just automatically cycles through so you can see images while you read content, which has not been presented to me by the business owner yet.
Mm-hmm.
And but it's a similar effect for, they have a litter on the ground right now, and this will cycle through what puppies are available with their names on it.
Okay.
And then there's the same comparable thing going for grown-up dogs from previous litters.
Okay.
So basically, yesterday was learning the carousel and then implementing it 5 different times.
Got it.
As well. So today, I just have 2 sections I need to finish. Then I need to go back through and apply card tiles for each of these sections. I need to finish making responsiveness by switching flex direction based on the window size. And making the sections beautiful depending on how much data they have, because some of this is a little funky looking.
Yep. The only thing I'd comment on is maybe try to make sure your text doesn't go into the shadow there.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look bad, but I'm just thinking if you may want to consider making a shadow like on just one side of the image instead of like the whole entire
Like just
square.
on the bottom.
Yeah, the bottom right or something. So it looks like the light's coming at from an angle.
And like a padding on the right side of the box so your text isn't so close to the border.
Yeah, making things fit pretty is pretty well bottom of my concern list.
Okay, that's fair enough.
But it's something I will do. I know
Right.
just
You're filling it in, and then you're gonna go through and fix it up.
yeah, that's right.
Yep. Outside in, baby.
I was totally talking in mute. You can justify your text so it's even on both sides.
That's a thought.
But justify left is the easiest for people to read. So if you justify it to the right, it might be
It might just look prettier if this
You
is
can
like
use-
a straight
yeah,
line.
You can use text align justify and it will make it a perfect like square or rectangle. It will just keep all of the ends from being
Is that
different
an
lengths.
HTML? Like, is that through Bootstrap, Mike?
No, it's
No,
just
it's
CSS.
just CSS.
Text align what?
Justify.
Justify.
Text align justify, nice.
Oh, that's where it makes that the
Yes.
on both sides. Ooh, I
Yes.
forgot
Yeah,
about that.
it makes it all even.
It looks real nice.
Nice.
I'll experiment with some options.
I'll show. I have it on my project, so when I
Yeah.
present, I'll show you what it looks like.
It looks
I don't know if
really
I showed you this yesterday, but clicking up here jumps that section with a smooth scroll transition.
Oh, nice.
Okay. I'm not over the puppy photos. You
Smooth
show
is
me
such a great
puppies
thing. I
and I'm just like,
recommend that
puppy.
for everyone. The smooth, the scroll behavior. I had to apply it to the container where the scroll, like the scrolling would occur. Scroll behavior smooth. It's a lot better than the jumping. It just looks so much nicer.
Yeah, I was able to do that here also. So references to the mother dog jump up to that section where the mother dog is discussed even.
Nice. That's awesome.
I have a lot to do today, but I think each individual step is going to be fast enough that I can get it all done.
Okay, thank you, Spencer. Keithan, I know you let me know here that you're still working on it and you haven't made much progress. Maybe I would team you up with Justin so you guys can tackle a project and divide up the work together, if you're open to it, Keithan.
Yeah, that transition I was trying to do. I found the transition I was trying to do, and it looks cool and everything like that, but it's not working, and I wasted way too much time with it. So I kind of have to scrap and start over, basically.
Okay. Well, you have that option to work on a team with Justin. If not, that's fine as well. But you may want to team up to get something done before.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. All right, Mike, could you show us your progress, please?
Sure can. Give me just 1 second. I'm still compiling data. All right, let me get these up. So, I did a little bit of extra work on this first page that I was running. And I added the map zoom tool here.
Okay.
That's
So
awesome,
you can see
Mike.
better. And
Yeah.
what I really wanted it to do is the original way that I had it is it would create itself on page load and then just kind of sit in the corner here. And anytime you interacted with the rest of the page, it would still just be sitting here blocking the rest of the map. So I had it create itself on mouse enter and destroy itself on mouse leave. So anytime you interact with it, you're able to use it. But as soon as you go onto the rest of the page, the image displays really nicely.
Okay.
And then this was that justify text I was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It just keeps it nice and centered. I still had this stuff from yesterday or from the other day. And then I had an idea to make this enemies page
Mm-hmm.
as a carousel that would run a description, the name, and a image sprite of each of the enemies. And Tina helped me set it up, and it ended up like this.
That's cool.
And it's actually really cool how it does this. Tina was helping me out. As you can see, there's not individual divs for each of these entries. What it does is it calls to this text file for the names, this text file for the descriptions,
Nice.
and then this folder of images and displays each within the div. So it's
Nice.
each time the card is created, it subs in these values, and it knows
Bruce?
which ones to use based on these symbols here. So it breaks in
Is
between
that a
all
part
of
of your
those.
script? Like, do you have that input into a script file?
Yes.
That's
So
like a pseudo database.
yes, and that's why it's been taking so long to compile all of this data. So it's this stuff here. It reads each text file and then displays it, manipulates it, puts it in there, and then same thing for the images where it just displays those images in there and runs it in the carousel. The only thing I'm thinking about doing with it is potentially taking off the auto rotate timer just because some of the descriptions are really long and it kind of goes forward before you can read all of it. So I'm thinking of just making it all manual with the arrows. But I think it's a cool way to display all of this stuff. The only thing that I can't seem to figure out is how to make this overall container adjust to the size of each text. It's this large size because the largest text description in there,
Yeah.
in the database is as long as this.
I see.
And I haven't been able to
Just
make
don't
it.
give a height at all. It should just stretch around it, does it not?
The way it's set right now is where is it? It's set to fit content.
Yeah.
Um,
all of it. Hmm.
but I think it's fitting off of the largest content and then not dynamically changing. This is a bootstrap carousel that Tina set me up with, which I haven't messed around in enough yet to know like what specific things I need to change for it to get that to update. But I'm happy with the fact that it works and that it pulls data from those other sources rather than creating a million divs with each set of data already in it.
You're using a carousel bootstrap and then you're changing the JavaScript of it?
Yeah, so the carousel bootstrap or the bootstrap carousel is really just for getting it here, having these arrows that you can switch between, and then the automatic change.
Man, I just didn't
and
even know where
then
to start with it. That's crazy. Good job, guys.
yeah, each time it switches to a new page, it just pulls the information and replaces it within the div.
Try using min height
Yeah.
For this
for
here?
the box. Yeah, min height, give it a minimum height of a certain amount of pixels instead of height. Min dash height.
I think the issue is with the way that this carousel is set up. Like this is the container, and then it's got each of these individual divs, but the stage that it displays this stuff on is huge.
Oh, so target that stage.
Right, and I just need to figure out how to target that because it's
Well, click it when you're hovering over it.
right. It's this owl stage here, and I just don't have CSS individually for the stage itself. It's just this outer.
Oh,
So I just need to play around with it a little bit.
Create a class there. So owl stage. And then give it the min height of 300. And then refresh it. Oh no, it's a live stream.
It's
Yeah,
actually
we played
seems
around
like
with that. It
seems
just doesn't care about the CSS for some reason.
Click it again. Once you click it, let's see if that. Oh, there it is. Okay.
yeah. So it is inheriting it. What if I just make it too small? Yeah. See it. Like the way that this is set up, it just doesn't care about it. We had some troubles with this specific carousel. Like off the bat, it was aligning to the left here, and I just started commenting position numbers out in the CSS until it worked, and then it went into the center, and then I uncommented everything, and it just stayed there. So I just need to play around with this and see what the different properties are and how they're affected.
You can also play with it on the right there on the CSS that you see here on the console.
Yeah.
You can try editing something there, and it'll most likely you'll see what it will actually change that on the page if you click around there.
Yeah, if I have time to get to that, I still have, like I said, there's like 177 entries in this, and
The
I've
PNGs
only,
went in very nicely.
yeah. So I've only gotten this far so far.
You need to take out the for the hunter.
Yeah.
For hunter, because his name the hunter.
Yep.
Cool. Well, thank you, Mike. I appreciate You're showing your progress there. Nicely done. Oh, I had one more thing to recommend. Maybe on the magnifying glass, you can make it like on scroll. You look even like more detailed or something.
Yeah, I actually saw some functionality tutorial on adding that to something like this, and I just I got caught up in working on this yesterday, so I once I had it functioning, I didn't do more on it. But if I have some extra time, I will definitely do that. I still need to, the big thing I need to do is finish the data acquisition today and then get this up on GitHub pages so that I can link these two pages together.
Nice. Okay. Good job, Mike.
Thank you.
Bill.
Hi. Let me share my screen. Okay, so I don't really have much more on my profile page. I don't really know what else I'm gonna do with it. I just added some education stuff. I'm working on a project and I put in my email for contacts. I don't really have an eye for front end stuff, so if you have any suggestions, I would be all ears. But it's just a very simple about education projects and contact.
All right, class, if you have any suggestions, go ahead and tell us now, or we will send them to Bill if we have anything in mind.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's because you focus on not so much front end, which is totally obviously fine. Maybe you could have projects kind of up in front as you make them so that people can see right away, wow, this guy makes this stuff. I mean, it's definitely good seeing your languages there too. But just so the attention is focused on that eventually, as opposed to just the gray and stuff, which is fine. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. Maybe I'm wrong too, but
You should make these a bit bigger and maybe like put a hover on them. So like you change the color or like make it underlined or something like that. I would make this not bold so it stands out from your name.
Okay.
Like have them different fonts or just different text styles because they just look the same right now. Maybe change this image because like HTML, CSS, and JavaScript in front of the icons blends in with your background right now.
Yep.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Can you scroll down? Do you?
It doesn't scroll.
Oh, okay.
So what you could do then, Bill, maybe is put all the tabs on the same page and make the tabs go to that section in the page.
Is that a better way to do it?
You can totally do that.
Yeah, I think it would be because there's so minimal on each tab right now that it doesn't seem like going to a separate area is doing much. I would just put it all on one page, and so it looks like you have more content to show all at once.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
And maybe just add, if their edges are not used, the right edge and the left edge, maybe make a different color there. And I'll link, I've already linked in Discord, but maybe I can relink it so you can find some sort of image to put on either the edges or on the center. That would be like a background image, something like Evan's or something like Carlos's, where it's like, ooh, it's like visually appealing. You kind of want to stay on the page longer just to, be on a pretty page.
Any suggestions for like what? That's the kind of thing that I lack. You know?
For like the type of image, just go through the website of the free images. There's also Shutterstock. they give you 5 free images. So just note them down as you go through them, some that you find interesting that appeal to you. And then just make like a, you know, in your head, make a competition. Oh, this one's better than this one. Okay, I like this one B better than C, so I'm not going to use C. And I like D better than E, so maybe I'll be a toss up between B and D. So just go through a bunch of images that you like for some background color. Yeah, just to give it a little bit of spice.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you, Bill. Clark?
So I was working on getting some music to my webpage and adding this scroll functionality. So up here, we have the music playing. I decided to make the images a bit larger because it's just a profile page. There's not much. So it scrolls down to the about section, where I talk about where I went to school, and then the technologies, it scrolls down to there. It's also responsive because I've been doing it in Bootstrap. So
Yeah. Nice.
it all formats pretty well. And then at least for progress I want to make today, I want to make this slide in, the technologies box slide in. Then I need to add the contact section.
Nice. Okay. And I'd make the bars a little bigger as well.
The nav bar? Or
No,
the...
the part where it's gonna slide, the technology section.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, on mobile and desktop view, it could be a little bit more prominent. So just thicker bars.
Okay. I have to figure out how to do that because I use Bootstrap to get those progress bars.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure there's a way to do that. Yeah, you can even target it with CSS and add some height, I'm sure.
Okay, cool.
Cool. Thank you, Clark. All right. Who else?
Remember, everybody, Bootstrap's just using CSS, so you can always overwrite properties of any Bootstrap class. You know what I mean? If you put a class underneath it that or pass, you know, in front of it that overwrites the property, it's just going to take whatever you give it. So you could use that bar and just overwrite the height. And
This is real quick. This for fruit and list to fruit equals apple. But does that not work because technically fruit is the index and not the value at the index?
Who's talking? I didn't highlight your name.
Oh yeah, it's just a number, right? It's just a number. So
There's a ghost in
yeah,
here.
so you'd have to say list at.
Tina, do you have? Wait, no. It's for me. Tina's highlighting.
I know. Who is? There's a ghost in here, guys. Like, what's going on?
What's going on? I heard my name.
Tina is
Someone's
our
talking.
attraction right now.
Can whoever said that? Can you say your name, please? Whoever said that. Oh no, I gotta go, guys. Nope, I don't do this. I'm out. I'm
No,
out.
I think Tina was watching a video or something and it was going through her mic.
I'm not watching.
No,
it.
someone was
Dude, I heard
definitely
It
Talking
sounded like
muted.
Leo or Omar asked a question.
There was something
Leo.
about
was also
the
muted.
apples in the like fruit index.
Yeah, right.
Oh no.
That was weird.
It said Tina was talking.
apples is the index.
She was highlighted, but her thing was muted.
There's ghosts.
Yeah,
in
I was muted.
I
I
muted
don't know
her.
what you guys
I
are talking
realized it
about.
was definitely coming from Tina. I muted her. The sound stopped.
All right. Well,
Oh,
something's
okay.
glitching out. It doesn't matter. Okay, let's just move on.
Oh no.
Carlos. Nothing to. There's no ghosts here. Carlos.
All right. So, so I have so far. Today, my main goal is I'm gonna get my about me. I'm just trying to get everything typed out and to be responsive because it is responsive till text start catching up. It's piling on. So, and I'm gonna try to get the bar a little more clear and noticeable because this is pretty faint. But yesterday I got all these guys working. Contacts already there. Put my name's home.
Nice. That's epic. Epic
And
fact.
then the one other thing that I'm gonna try to do today, if I do have time, is make this calculator not look so ghetto.
That's cute. So tiny.
And make it work as well. I tried to do tic-tac-toe yesterday and I realized how much I'm over my head on that when I tried to make the computer generated decisions, and that is just, yeah. So maybe later.
Okay, thank you, Carlos. Leo.
Okay, so yesterday I worked on getting my chart to pop up on my website just to show the attendance on share screen.
Yes. Nice.
Yeah, so I have just an image carousel right now up top, and then I have the park info with the link to the website, and then I have activities. And for each activity, I want to include, like for fishing, you need a registration license, so maybe a link to go there, and then these other ones. And then I was able to get this chart to print out, and it just shows the attendance per 1,000. So my
Nice.
next step now is probably I kind of want to try to do the Google API and get the map to work, but I've been struggling with that. And just fix up a little bit more, maybe the styling, maybe the different colors.
Cool. If I
You
could
did all this with the API?
No, I didn't. No.
Okay, but still,
Manually
it looks
into it.
really good. Even with that, like that looks fantastic. Leo.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, maybe just center it a little bit, center that chart. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
and the other aesthetic
Well,
suggestion I would make is like if you scroll to the top, maybe
Mhm.
the Yellowstone just like by itself, it needs some padding top and bottom, and then I would say figure out if you can find some images that maybe would like put a border around the word Yellowstone, like fancy border, some embroiderment or something. So just it's not just so plain.
So plain. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Other than that, it's looking good. Maybe a little bit bordered top on activities as well. So there's that area.
Yeah. Okay.
So
I'll
keep
fix
going.
the size of this chart too. Because I think when I start messing with the screen size, it just stays permanently at a small size. But if I were to refresh it, it would come back almost normal.
Ah, there you go. Okay. Yeah, and the image stretches, so those elk are a little bit stretched out.
Yeah, I tried to make like a minimum because this is bigger than what I put the like height and width to. So I
Yeah.
might just fidget with that so it doesn't look as stretched out.
Yeah, I think I know the answer, but just do a Google search on how to make the images always be a certain size, and then add some like what do you call it? Some like border left and right of the same image, but like it'd be like what is it called? Not grayed out, but blurred.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a way to like make it the same image, but it has a blurred sidebars. So
Okay.
Yep.
Sounds good. I'll look into that.
Cool. All right, nice job, Leo. Let's see here. Omar?
Yeah, so had an emergency pop up yesterday, so I don't really have anything to present right now. So my game plan is pretty much the same as yesterday. I just have to finish my portfolio page. Trying to keep it simple. I do want it to look nice, but pretty sure
Okay.
I'll have it done by tomorrow.
Okay, how far are you on the portfolio?
I just started it,
Okay.
like I said.
Do you have a wireframe?
My wireframe, I do, but it doesn't reflect what I actually want to do now.
Okay. Maybe I'll ask if you want to team up with Justin and Keith, and maybe all three of you can work together on hacking out different parts of a portfolio that you guys can share.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll discuss that after this meeting. And take
Okay.
it.
Thank you.
Hi everyone. So yesterday most of the JavaScript has been done. I'm trying to finalize on contents plus some like styles. Other than that, almost done.
Okay. Do you have anything to share for us?
Yeah, I prefer to share tomorrow. I will try to present tomorrow. But,
Okay. What about this afternoon? Can we get a presentation this afternoon?
I will try to.
Okay.
So
All right.
kind of I'm working with the color contrast and some other like minor styles.
Okay.
Plus the content is most of the content is I'm almost done on my resume also. So that's it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, let's try to get a presentation by this afternoon section. And Perna, how are we doing?
Doing good. I am almost done. So let me share my screen. So I just gotta give a last thoughts. Like I need to change some color, font color, the background color. I don't like the way it is now. So if I click it here, it will take me to the page.
Yeah, but that runs smooth though. That looks great so far.
And it is responsive when I make it smaller. Yeah, and this hamburger is working. Can click here, and yeah, I gotta fix here. It doesn't show like the text were coding. I don't know why. I need to look into that. Other than that, I'm almost done.
Okay. It's looking good.
Thank
All
you.
right. Keep up the work.
No.
Okay. And now let's dive into Python. I'll start sharing my screen here. Should be a short introduction. Okay, here we go. So, this is like a chart for the Python stress level. So it's going to be somewhere above a 5 when we first start, and then it's going to get progressively harder. We're going to go through the concepts of object-oriented programming, that's controlling objects, and then Flask here, this concept I'm reading is going to be a little bit more difficult than that. And then they're gonna go over the concept of a post and session. Session is like when you're logged in to like, let's say Facebook, that period of time that you are logged in as that user is a session. And then MySQL ERD, it's gonna be somewhat easy to understand. At the beginning, you're going to be learning the concept between relationships of data. So MySQL is a backend tool for a database. So you'll be learning the difference between a one-to-one relationship, a one-to-many relationship, and many-to-many. So without going into that too much, one-to-one would be like one person could only have one driver's license. Okay, and that one driver's license can be only unique to that one person. But let's say you have a family car. In that case, it's one-to-many. One person, many people can share one car, and then many-to-many would be something like, let's think of an example here. And you'll be thinking of examples of a many-to-many relationships and thinking about how those relationships can be defined in the database. Okay, it's going to be a little bit difficult understanding these concepts, and then implementing them is another thing as well. And then you're going to be connecting the backend server with that database using those relationships. And then validating if there's the correct user as well, using IDs. And then you'll be preparing for your belt, and then there's the exam. And then you're going to be learning about Flask plus Ajax and then APIs. with Python, and then you'll be working on a project week as well for Python. Okay, so let's go over it again here. We're going to talk a little bit about why we're using Python. So the schedule is subject to some adjustment. We'll stick to a similar outline, but we'll also frequently adjust our schedules from group to group to allow more time with particular topics and demand dictates. Okay.
Hey, Josh.
Yes.
What are some of the things? Because, like, man, coming up with an idea just what to do for the project was one of the most, honestly, was almost more stressful than taking the exam. So, like, right now, what are some things that we could start thinking about that we could possibly use Python for in a project?
You know what? It'd be better. So, like, when you took the exam, you did a mock web page, right? So when
Okay.
you're better able to figure out what your abilities and what the things that you could do after you take the exam, because you've already made a web page.
That makes sense.
So with creating projects, it's a little bit too hard to describe until you get to the part where you take the exam, and then you're ready to think, oh, I can understand how I'd put this into application. And it's still a little bit difficult coming up with an original idea. But like your exam, you could have just made a mock sell plants or sell cookies or stuff. So you'll be able to come up with a similar idea if you're not an original one for the projects.
Interesting. Okay, sounds good.
Yep. So what we're going to do first is install Python, spend time learning syntax, the vocabulary of how Python is written, and practice Python fundamentals. Then go over object-oriented programming, style of organizing your code that is prevalent in web development. So a very popular way of programming OOP. You'll hear that term more and more. So it's an important skill to know how to describe OOP. You may have to describe it in an interview or a phone call screening one day. And you'll be using different frameworks later on, like Rails, Angular, iOS, to build an object-oriented design pattern. So no need to explain or get into this, just introducing the idea, the concept names. Okay, and then part 2, you'll be going over Flask. So you'll be learning how to make a web server using the Flask framework. You'll create web pages that can accept data from a client and return a response. Just like, an API call, you get a result and then a response. And so MySQL also is going to be commonly used relational database. There's different types of databases. The first type is going to be MySQL that you learn. It's called a relational database. Learning how to create visual representations of your database with diagrams. That's going to be super helpful. And then SQL queries, using a database creation to manage and management software. So I won't get into what SQL queries are right now, but it's just like based on those relationships, like let's say you want something that's related to a certain piece of data. How do you write the language to get that specific thing? That's what is a SQL query, using that relational data and accessing different data points through those relationships. And then Flask plus MySQL, that's connecting Flask and MySQL. Extend your use of Flask to include data persistence using database as storage. Challenge yourself to complete the private wall, an assignment that brings together the skills and tools. And the importance of sanitizing user data before it's stored in the database with validations. Okay, and then you'll be going over belt prep, which is putting the two together. Deployment is putting your code online. learning to move your code from previously hosted onto your computer to the web so everyone can see the product of your hard work. And then the belt exam is putting all the 3 parts together. Okay. And it's open, so that means you can go on the web, search how you need to do something. You can use your notes, etc. Okay, just like the first exam. And then we'll introduce Ajax, like I said, learning how to use JavaScript in the browser to improve the user experience and understand how using JavaScript can reduce the load on the server. Also, belt retake and projects. So you can retake your belt exam if needed. And after passing your belt, you'll do a project. The project is your motivation to complete your belt. And once you have these skills, you'll be a full stack developer. So that's exciting. This is going to be the first, well, not first, because this was a challenge, but this is going to be a new level of challenge. Okay, I've seen a cohort or two, at least one that they were excited when they passed WebFun and weren't ready for the challenge that they were going to get in Python, and were just completely discouraged. So I don't want you guys to be that. Don't get discouraged if it feels like you're hitting a wall. Okay, don't feel discouraged. You'll be fine as long as you keep asking questions, keep working with each other, and all that you need to pass is on the platform as well. So reading the platform over and over, asking the instructor when and why something doesn't work. Okay, so let's go over a little bit what Python is.
Are you going to be our instructor for the Python stack as well?
No, I'll be gone. So you guys will move on to a new instructor.
Do we know who that is? When do we find out who that is?
After this week.
I don't like change.
I don't know who the instructor will be. You will get an email tomorrow from your new instructor with the new Zoom link. And then you'll have access to the platform just like you received for this one on the Friday.
How hard is the Python exam?
I think I may have to. I had to take all the exams a couple times when I went through with the boot camp. It was a little hard. Yeah, it was hard. I had to put in extra work. I was already working like 8 to 8 every day in WebFun. I just had to keep up the momentum and don't get discouraged once you hit a wall. That's it. That's the best advice I could give you. So if it feels like it's not as an easy intro as it is when you started WebFun, don't get discouraged. It's not like you're not cut out for it. You guys still have it. Okay, it's just going to be a level up in difficulty. And don't get discouraged if you fail twice. Yeah, I think you have 3 exam takes. Okay, so don't stop. I just want to encourage you guys to just keep pushing yourself. Work as late as you're able to get through this boot camp. Okay. So the language itself, Python itself, is a beginner-friendly programming language. That's the good part. It's not super hard to read Python. And now that you've done so much JavaScript, forgot to open the chat. So let me see who's asking questions here. Oh, Joe's answering. Cool. All right, so let's go through this. Front end is what we see in the front, right? Like we've already created divs and boxes that we can post on a page. I like to liken this to like a restaurant. The front end is the server with the menu, right? You say what you want to order from the menu. You point to that menu item. If you can't pronounce it, the server will know what to write down. And the server brings it to the back end. The back end is like like the cooks that you don't see when they're working on the food. They go into the database or like the fridge, right? Where the food is stored in individual compartments. They take those food, they put it together, and then they give it to the waiter to bring to you. The waiter just presents it in a certain way to your spot on the table. Okay, so we'll now be working with the cooks, the back end, who will be grabbing from the database, which is like a fridge. Okay, so far you've learned how a web browser will render HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Although Python is used to build a website, it is a back-end server-side technology, and our browser cannot interpret Python code. This means that our browser will request information from a server, and the server will provide information our browser needs to display the information. This is called HTTP request response cycle. So just think, the front end is the server, the back end, well, in this case, when they say server side, think about like, okay, the cooks in the back. Those are technically the server in this terminology. But when I say, I'm going to use the term waiter, okay? So the waiter to the cook is a request response cycle. They're asking, hey, is it ready? Can I get it? And the server is going to respond yes or no. Our browser will request pictures of cats, and the server will gather all the pictures of cats and send them to the client, the browser, okay? Client is the browser in the form of HTML, CSS, or JavaScript. The database is there to make sure your favorite picture of Mittens is there next time you want to see her. So the database is a storage place, okay? The cooks get it from the storage place. Okay, why Python? Here are some reasons why people in the development community think Python is great. Readability. Python syntax closely resembles English with punctuation rules that promote consistent format. Libraries. Python has been around for more than 20 years, and there are tons and tons of resources and libraries that you can take advantage of. You can think of a task for which you like to use Python. There's probably a library out there that a skilled developer made for just that purpose. Community. It helps to ask about things you're not sure of, or problems that you cannot get around. So you can easily Google a Python question. There is a massive community built around Python development, built by people who are enthusiastic about Python and always happy to lend a hand. The scope. Python is effective across a broad range of project types, scientific computing and data analysis, machine learning, game creation, web development, and more. So if, and don't rule this out, if somehow you will need to get into machine learning, your familiarity with Python right now is going to be a good intro into that. Okay, for data analysis, machine learning, game creation, and web development. Okay, also, Python has a reputation for being easy to learn due to the simplicity of its syntax. So they already stated that. It is now the most popular language taught at top universities for instruction and fundamental advanced computing concepts. The fact that you'll be able to put Python on your resume now, put it on your portfolio, is going to be great. It's going to look really great that you have more than just HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So it's popular, shallow learning curve, it's minimal setup to get started, it's written in easy to understand language, and fast development cycle. You can get it going fast, and optimization is available later if needed. Okay. As for versions of Python, it's been around many years. As time goes on, software will go through changes and new features will be added, features will be upgraded or customized. Broken features will be removed, etc. This is called versioning. As you begin to learn about Python and sort through documentation and references, you'll see references both to Python 2.7, 3, and as of January, 2.7 is no longer being supported. This means that it will be improved even if security issues are found. Okay, for these reasons, you can safely assume that all Python code is in this version is 3. Just some FYI information. Okay. The actual version you are using will be differ based on when you installed your computer. As of 2021, current version is 3.9.1. Cool. So just so you know the version you are working with. Okay, cool. Now let's continue here. We got to install Python, and I haven't done it on this computer yet, so I'll be doing it with you during this lecture. So to install Python, go to this website. For Windows users, I guess I can switch to my PC and do this with you guys there. But let's try and do this together, all the Mac users. For users that are using Linux, you're on your own. So I think they'll have it on the website though. So let's go ahead. So we need to go to this and select the download button to install the latest version. Once the download is complete, double click the file to run the installer. Follow the prompts, and when the installation is complete, your Finder window should open. There are 2 scripts we need to run to finish the installations. Double click the command files to run the scripts in a terminal automatically. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. We have these 2 that we need to run once we get it installed. And then let's do that first. Okay, so I'm guessing it's this button here. Download, select the download button to install the latest version of Python. Cool. For Mac OS. So all the Mac users follow along with me here. Then open the download. Okay, now I have this window. So I'll click continue, 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 agree, continue. Cool. Install. This is the best part about programming. You just sit there in front of a loading bar. Okay, now we have this. So let's go back to our platform. And it says, I need to once the download is complete, double click the file to run the installer. Okay, run the prompts when the installation is complete. Your Finder window should open. There are 2 scripts you need to run to finish the installations. Double click the command files. Okay, so installer certificates.command and update shell profile.command. My 4-letter password is super secure. You'll never guess it. Cool. All right, I think that's it. Process completed. Yeah, it's not that. Nope, it's not that either. You'll never know. There's how many possible combinations? I don't know. All right, update shell profile. Command. Okay, so now this is completed. I need to change my text to green or something so it's not so cryptic looking. Now close any terminal windows that are open when you see process complete. So this is done here. So I'm going to close this and close this. And in a new terminal, run the below command to test installation. So I'm going to open a new terminal. And I'm going to say Python 3-V. Oh, there we go. We have our version that we installed, Python 3.11.2. You should see a version number like blah, blah, blah. And version numbers may be slightly different. If you get an error, consult your instructor. All right. So Windows users, were you able to do it? Any Windows users that need my help? I'm going to go into my Windows computer and go into our call here to do this.
Are you gonna install pip?
Yes. That sounds not from this page here. We're not there yet. Okay. So I'm going on the Zoom link on my PC here.
It actually says it includes pip when you download it.
His terminal told him to install it when he downloaded Python.
I have the Python 3. And how can I upgrade? Using pipe, you said, Tina?
Yeah.
So I need to search and find pipe. So Josh?
I haven't looked into it yet. I'm not completely sure. I'm just doing one thing at a time here. For all the Windows users, I'm going to show how to install it, and then we'll look into that in a second here.
Okay.
So now I'm going to do the Windows tutorial. Okay. Yeah, when I was a student, we had to get pip running, but I'm not sure here if it's already installed when you install Python now, or if you have to do it manually. But we'll have that answered in just a moment. We need to download Python directly from Python's website, the latest Python Windows release. Okay.
In that second screenshot on the platform, it says that it's downloading pip with it.
Okay.
Includes idle, pip, and documentation.
So here we are. Maybe I should. I don't think my camera will work here. Let's see. No, my camera doesn't work on my PC. Okay, so it says go to window installer 64-bit. This is for 11.1, 3.11.1. Do I want to? Where's the latest version?
right below that top one is 3.11.2.
Okay. Here we are. So now open this. Install now.
If I'm getting on that screen the option for customize installation or upgrade now, does that mean I already have Python on here?
Huh. Did you click the same link that you told me to click?
Yes.
Um,
Python is downloaded already on certain computers. No, just upgrade.
oh, okay, there you go.
You can check if you have it installed or what version you're running by running a command in the terminal. I think it's just like
Python-V.
yeah, like Python space dash capital V or something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's on my screen on the left there in the command prompt.
If Python doesn't work, it's Python 3-V.
Let's look to see here about pip in just a moment. I'm gonna be taking this Python course again this year sometime. So hopefully I can be a Python instructor. All right. Now it says setup was successful. So now I need to open a terminal. So I'll say terminal on my search bar, where it'll pull up command prompt. So here's command prompt. And then we'll say Python-V. Not found. Okay. If I say Python 3.
3-.
Try with a capital V.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or it's -- version.
Yeah, you can also do that.
Mine runs -- version.
Yeah, so if you just type Python, it'll install it. Oh, did you close your terminal and reopen it since you installed? I don't know if you opened it after it finished, but if it was not done yet, it won't find it. It's weird.
Yeah.
So I have to close.
I got the same error.
It'd be Python 3 -- version.
See, I did Python dash capital V and it works.
Oh, that's it.
On Windows, you got to do the yeah.
Nope.
Oh, well.
Python 3? Not finding it. Oh,
Is
no.
it as long as that returns a single line of Python 3.11.2, it's done?
Yes. So
Yeah.
Okay,
if
cool.
you run this, you finished it. Any PC users, Tigis, you're getting the same error as I?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I am
literally
as well.
Python -- version.
I'm gonna have to call Geek Squad.
Are you running Windows 11 or 10?
I think this is
11.
Yeah, I'm running in 10 and the way that they're saying is working, so it might be a Windows 11 thing.
I'm running Windows 10. I'm getting the same error.
This is
What
kind of
happens-
silly, but maybe go to desktop, like CD desktop or something.
What happens if you just type Python and hit enter? Does it open an interpreter?
It should just install Python. It should just install it.
Well,
Josh,
now it opened the Microsoft Store.
Oh, yeah, it's wanting you to log in or something. Yeah, so just, yeah, don't do that. Just try, yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot.
trying to install it again.
So annoying.
What if I just get it through the Microsoft Store?
I mean, you can do that
You have
already.
no, it asks you again to install, so you already have it.
Can you open your command prompt bigger? We can barely see it. Text.
What's the scrolling?
Control plus minus.
Nope. There we are. Let's control zoom in. Okay. So
Where is the location that you installed?
yeah, I should have paid
Josh,
attention to that.
maybe you should just go to the location.
May I?
I'm searching it on my.
Can you use your Mac while I figure?
So here it is. It's in programs. Programs, Python 3.11. Okay. So what if
This
I
worked for me when I went to desktop in command prompt first. So right where you are, if you just type in desktop, like with a capital D. Yes, I'm sorry, you're right. CD, yeah, you're right. CD desktop.
CLS. Are you trying
Now
to
do,
create
now
screen?
do Python dash capital V. Okay, well that worked for me. That one, sorry, that one worked for
Maybe
me.
you have to copy this file and put it in the
Says you
desktop.
need to install it from Microsoft Store.
So
That doesn't seem right.
yeah,
Yeah, you shouldn't
yeah,
have to
maybe
do
you
that.
can,
Josh.
maybe you can do,
I'm
maybe you can
uninstalling
go
it.
to
You
the,
can reinstall it again.
yeah, go ahead, Josh. You could, maybe you can do until that whole path, or you can copy and paste. I mean, yeah, you can use that path.
Yeah, why not try this Microsoft Store version?
Yeah, I
It
remember.
works if you go through the Microsoft Store. I had to do that.
Good thing we get this out of the way now so we're not like falling behind on Monday. Okay, cool. It's downloading. We'll see how this works out.
But this one is the older version in the Microsoft Store, 3.10, but we have to do the latest one.
I think it should still work fine. I think we can update it from the command prompt, right? Maybe we should be able to do that.
With Pip.
Yeah, with pip, you may be able to update it. So let's look into that pip thing here. Oh, it says here. The installer application will configure the system path variable so we can run the Python command from anywhere in the terminal. It will also set a path for additional development software such as pip so we can run those commands as well. So pip is already should be installed.
You just check with Pip -V, capital V.
Let me check on my pip-v. Doesn't work like that on my
Or
Mac.
-- version.
No, not on the Mac here.
Then you should download it.
There was a way to check it in the in the control panel, it said it's downloaded. Okay, I try to repair it in the yeah, I just uninstalled it and then reinstalled it and still not working.
Okay, I'm checking the way through the store, and then we may be able to update it through pip. Okay, so this is different.
You just downloaded or opened the interpreter.
Okay, even though I typed in -v.
Oh, do we need to add it to our path variable?
Yeah,
I think I forgot about that part.
but it doesn't say how to do that here, right?
You click it, you click the thing when you're installing it, right?
Well, that makes it so it can have a exceed. Yeah, there's a so. Where's it at? I know there's a thing on the platform somewhere on how to do this. Let me find it.
That's crazy because I used to have Python on my computer. It was not this difficult at all.
So there is a ID PyCharm, and when are we going to use that? I have that one already.
I've used PyCharm before too. Yeah, that's when I had Python. Yeah.
Maybe it's -- version. Maybe
See,
they'll.
if I type in Python, then I'm able to get in here now. Now that I installed it from.
Yeah, 3.10.10.
So
Yeah.
No, I have already this before you're installing from the store.
Still in the interpreter.
Okay. And
Quit with parentheses to get out of the interpreter.
Or is it Control C?
There you go.
okay. So now I need to see if I can use pip to get to the latest version.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be pip install and then some other version, right?
I have the commands for installing pip in the chat, but you might want to just check if you have pip, and it's pip -- version.
Okay.
You do have pip.
Yeah.
But how do you check your pip version on the Mac?
It should be the same.
No, it's not. It's okay. We'll just work on PC since that's what we're on now. So now we want to pip install the latest version. So we want to upgrade it to 3.11.2.
If you want to check your pip, it's just the same. It's just pip space dash version.
Pip space dash version.
I don't know if it looks like one, it might be two.
Okay, here I'm going to search here how to upgrade it. So when I installed it through the Microsoft Store, I was able to get it working for those that Tigist and Perna.
You can upgrade pip.
Okay, yeah, sure. If you have an answer here, I'm looking it up.
Python -m pip install -- upgrade pip.
Python -m
Pip
pip install.
Pip install -- upgrade pip. Pip install has a space between it. So pip space install -- upgrade space pip. Install -- upgrade space pip. Yep.
No module named dash pip. Python dash
There's no
m
dash in
pip.
front of it, so it's just dash m pip.
Like this.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Okay, so who's following along with PC?
Barely.
I stopped because I got it on my first try.
Okay, but who's needing to follow along here?
I am.
Clark. Okay, Clark.
Me also, it's not, I just used the same as, can I share my screen?
Yeah,
The
yes.
screen, I used the same like you, but it's giving error. You see my screen?
Uh-huh.
So I use this one and it's not.
Python. Do Python 3 because you might be using Python 3 instead of Python.
Yeah.
Python was not found.
I already have Python.
You need to install it through the Microsoft Store.
No,
You did that?
I didn't. I have already like 3.11.
Okay,
I
but
didn't use Microsoft.
yeah, let's use the store. I think that's the better way because if you type in Python from where you're at right now on the terminal, type in just Python. Yeah, it's not properly. So we need to get you installed through the store. So go to the Microsoft Store and then we'll upgrade it.
Okay.
Hey Josh, are we just doing the Python install today, or is there more like demo after that or something, or lecture?
No, we're just getting this installed. Not much to talk about after this. This just running it.
Could you give me co-host so I could open up some rooms so the people that have got it done
Yep.
can work with others or whatever?
Yep.
Can you put that command to upgrade pip in the chat?
So pip isn't on the Mac version. We have to install that, right?
Yeah, it looks like that. So let's see here.
I can put it in the chat because it is in the chat right now. It's curl blah 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 get pip. If you see that in my last message.
Yeah, so do the O get pippy thing.
Yeah, so it's curl first and then let that run and then do Python get pip.
Okay.
And then what was the command to upgrade pip?
Let me check that again.
So do I have to go into the Python folder first and then do curl?
No,
from your terminal.
Just type in curl.
Yeah.
Okay, I was able to get 3.10.10 from the Microsoft
This
Store.
is the command to upgrade pip for Windows.
I have company computers, so I have to go through a whole entire process now of going to another email and asking this individual for his email password that he created. Hopefully he even remembers what the damn thing is. So I'm in limbo at the moment.
Okay, none of your computers you have then are able to do it?
Every one of them are all professional set up through the Chatlux company. So I will have to go down some rabbit holes here in order to get this to install. So this might be more extensive than I thought.
Okay. Okay, so make co-host for Joe. If you already have this up and running, you're in the latest version, you don't have to stick around, you can work on your project. This is just now an installation tutorial for those that haven't got it running yet. We want to be able to run some stuff on Python, like I share my screen here, if you're able to get to this part here, we're able to print hello, write some Python code, x equals hello Python, print x, should print, this is like a console log, print.
Is anyone using Linux that doesn't have Python? Because I know Bill already does.
Josh, it's saying when I run the pip upgrade, I'm on Windows.
Yeah.
It says no module name pip when I try and upgrade it.
Did you install Python through the Microsoft Store?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Check the version of pip.
So you ran this line, where was it?
Pip dash dash version. Is that what you're looking for?
So if you type in that, Clark, do you get the version pip dash dash pip space dash dash version?
Yeah, I got pip version 22.3.1.
Okay, so you need to upgrade your pip. So you type in Python space dash m space pip space install space dash dash upgrade space pip. What do you get there?
I have already installed.
Oh yeah,
But
it's working now.
Yay.
nice.
Okay.
Let me share my screen, Josh.
Tigers, or you, sorry.
Let me share my screen.
Someone.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes.
So here.
Yeah. You're in the interpreter though. That's why it's not working.
Oh yes. So when you type in Python, it's like Node. It will start like a program. So you're already inside the Python program there.
With parentheses. There you go. Now try it. Python 3.
If you press the up arrow, there you go.
No, it doesn't remember.
Doesn't? Okay.
Oh, you have a dash in front of pip. So it's Python 3-m pip install upgrade. There's no dash in front of pip.
This pip?
No. Your first pip?
Oh, no pip, no dash.
No dash there.
Okay.
Yay!
Where is this thing? Where is the version? Thank you. So
Good.
Python version now, let me see. Still the
Yeah,
version 3.
that upgrades your pip.
So now that we have pip upgraded, now we should be able to install a new version of Python.
So how do we do that?
Let's find out.
Upgrade Python with pip. I think it's just Python upgrade.
Tina, I couldn't get yours to work from Mac, but Perna's worked. the last one you just posted there.
Ah, nice. Okay, I needed that too. So we need to get that on the screen so people can see if they need to later.
Yeah, I plugged literally just that in off it and it downloaded.
Let me share my screen for a minute here, Tigis, and we'll go back to yours.
Sure.
So for Mac,
Okay.
to upgrade pip, we're gonna say pip3 install dash dash upgrade pip, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right. Now, Tigis, if you want to share your screen.
So I'm wondering, we have to use the same command for Windows too. I'm trying whatever you used. Let me see now, Python version. The same.
So now
So
we're
I use
trying
the
to
same.
just so we remember, we're trying to upgrade Python through pip on yours, right?
Yes,
Okay.
I
use the same command as you, as Mac.
It doesn't look like pip upgrades Python, it upgrades the packages of Python.
So
you can upgrade Python using brew.
No, I was told we want to shy away from that.
You can also do sudo, but that's Linux.
Spencer, you can bounce to work on your projects if you don't need help with this. Are you still here? No, he's gone. Okay.
So I mean, I didn't know where Python installation of Python is this much kind of thing. I mean, previously I installed Python with PyCharm, and I was able to try some of the things, like few stuffs. But I don't know what happened this time. Anyway, I'll try to figure out.
Okay, let me share my screen here. I'll try to get this wrapped up soon. So, now I'm just trying to figure out how to upgrade my Python, because if I say Python dash dash v or it's 3.10.10 and I want to upgrade it to 11.2. So might have to do this later, but
Can you do Python dash m pip install Python equal latest install latest blah blah?
okay, what's the command again?
Here, I'll put it in the thing. Like this, so this like upgrades, it installs a specific version of pip. So can you do that for a specific version of Python?
So I'm saying 3.11.2. Now,
How I understand it is pip is for the packages, not for Python itself.
I also tried to Google it, and it seemed like that was the recurring theme.
Yeah, so you would have to go through and reinstall Python whenever you want to upgrade it.
Then that's the original issue.
Yeah, because we couldn't get it installed from the first place.
I tried completely uninstalling it from the command prompt and then reinstalling it again. And then, but that's weird. It worked for Mike, but nobody else.
Maybe Mike has a different Windows version.
Are you running 10 or 11, Mike?
I'm running 10.
Oh yeah, me too. But it didn't work for me.
I think it has to do with the fact that I had Python pre-installed. I can't remember if I had a friend of mine help me install Python originally or whether it just came with my Windows version. But when I ran the installer, I just had to update it to the most recent version, and then it was there.
So last year last time I was like playing around with Python. I had Python downloaded and I had PyCharm too. It was not this complicated, but I've had to since reset my computer, so obviously I don't have it anymore. But
I got an idea here. Keithan, if you reinstall it and you make sure you add
I did that. That's the second thing that I did. That's because I didn't do that the first time. That's why I went to control panel, uninstalled it, and I made sure I did that this time too.
Okay, and it still didn't work?
Still did not do it.
Yeah, it's saying that you would have to go back to the website, and when you click install, like when Mike went to say install, it only says upgrade now instead of install.
Interesting. So now go back to the website and try to re-download it again.
Yeah, and also
say something upgrade instead of okay.
Okay, let's
try
do that on my screen as well.
Like maybe it's missing packages, but the upgrade will restore those.
So it's giving me three options right now: modify, repair, or uninstall.
Modify, I'm sure.
Okay. And this is where it tells you it has pip too.
64-bit.
But now it's not giving me. There's an option for install Python 3.11 for all users, but it's grayed out.
let me see your screen. I think it was repair, not modify.
Okay. I'm not gonna kick Josh off this.
No, it's okay. Now I'm checking repair now.
Okay.
I think it was repair.
Not modify. Yeah, because repair upgrades it. I tried doing that too when I first had it. Before I uninstalled it. We'll see now.
This lecture's taking forever. I remember this on my first day of Python as well. Oh, repair was successful. Cool. So now if I open a new terminal.
Prepare to be disappointed.
Really?
Oh, you to open a new terminal? Hold on. I didn't open a new one.
You need to open a new terminal.
Okay. Not just CLS. Your screen. Okay, yeah, okay. It's updated.
Oh, cool.
No, not for me. Well, it's not about me.
You don't matter.
I will figure it out somehow. Okay. What a pain.
Right?
Okay. Mike, do you want to go into a room and work?
Who else is left? Tigist and
Room 1?
Sure.
Oh, you're gonna help me, Tina? Dang, Mike's done. He's a genius too. He doesn't need your help.
Okay, come join. We'll be in one.
Okay, everyone.
I'll wait my turn.
If you're still working on Windows installation to get the latest version, you can stay here. If you need to go, then go. The lecture's time's over. But I'm gonna stay working till I get this on a recording, so in case I need to show someone later.
Okay, now I'm going to one.
Tigist, are you able to get the latest version?
No, I will do it later. I will try to figure out.
Okay. I'm showing it on my screen how I'm trying to install it. Perna, you're on Windows. Are you able to get the latest version? Perna's not there. Who else is on Windows?
I'm on Windows and it's all working for me.
Okay. Yeah, we're due for a break, like a lunch break.
I'm just kind of chilling here. I don't know.
Okay. Who else here? Justin, you're not able to install it, right? Justin not there. Maybe he stepped away. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna end it here, and then we'll just figure it out later.
I was just looking at the screen. I don't know if it was on yours, but there's a box for add Python 3.6 to path. Was that an option for you when you were installing?
When I repair, no.
Okay.
As
Because
soon as
I was wondering if maybe Python's there, it's just not in the path.
I wonder if
That's
there's a way to add it to the path. It's saying it's installed.
yeah. Like that's I don't know how to add a path variable or
Okay, let's look that up. How to add latest version of Python to the path. Windows.
Hey guys, I'm gonna go on a phone call real quick to get this to get the password and stuff ready to go on the PC. All right, I'll be right back in a minute. All right.
Okay.
All right. Thanks. All right. Thanks.
Yeah. I will work on this and figure this out in a bit. Okay, for everyone that's still hanging out here, let's take a break. We're due for a break. We've been at this lecture for too long. So I'll stop the share and then I'll post the results if we need it.